not be expounding on it, is how similar John D. Rockefeller is to Bill Gates. Something that I find really weird, and I will not be expounding on it, is how similar John D. Rockefeller is to Bill Gates. Both ruined the quality of education, both ruined the quality of medicine, both ruined the quality of food, both are attacking farmers and removing their lands and increasing regulations to make it even more difficult for people to be able to farm and hunt for their own foods. Both did so behind the guise of altruism and charity. Both introduced new diseases and poisons into society, and both are titans within their own industries that created products that are unavoidable to use. Like, they both literally had the same exact mission. In my opinion, if you're given that level of wealth, it's usually in exchange for something demonic. So I think they're both serving the same ancient master, trying to turn humanity into mindless slaves for a demonic entity. Something that I find really weird, and I will not be expounding on it.
All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Makar Kodash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and a few sisters out there, onto the life foreigners. For the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. And what she just did for her little research, she just proves what we've been saying. And what we've been saying is the fact that same spirits that were doing things, certain things back then, are doing it now. The from the things that these two individual men has in common, other than being they're all from the seed of Esau. That's the number one thing. But what she just showed is the occupation and what their intentions were to be done, and it makes perfectly sense, right? Because uh, Gates of Hell, his father, Senior, was also a part of he was part of Planned Parenthood. So automatically they are all juiced in. Elon Musk's family juiced in. All right. Don't believe like they came out of nowhere. The boy wonders, they called them. They'll come out of nowhere, and then it was just they're the new innovators of free thoughts and everything. And they'll have people believe that these guys are the great innovators. That's what I was looking for. But they're nothing but demons doing the same tactics and keeping in the same mission. See, that's the difference between the righteous and the wicked. Now, the wicked is like they know that their mission is to bring hell, but the righteous, those who are supposed to be born to be righteous, they don't have a fucking clue. It takes a lot longer, right? And you could see that, you know, the Lord created Israel to be the righteous, but Israel, they refuse to repent. But the wicked is like their own point. They know their mission. They know what they gotta bring, all the hell they gotta bring into the world. Why they gotta do it? They don't question it. They just go full throttle. And she just, did the comparisons, and the comparison is very ill-fated to show you that this is not only it's not only planned out down to a T. There's a thing that's called reincarnation. All right, which a lot of Christians, they try to avoid. They try to avoid that. They try to avoid that fact. Where did I put it? They try to avoid that there is reincarnation. They try to make it seem it's just by random chance, which in the scriptures is nothing random. Everything's plotted out. Everybody has a certain lot to do, and their lots are determined by what the lot that He gave them to do. Oh, that's why, because I had to redo it. Ecclesiastes 1 and oh, uh-huh. Ecclesiastes 1 and 10, no, 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. There's no new thing under the sun. So you have that concept. You have the concept of there's nothing new. There's no new ideas. There's no new, you know, random thought. I always like to bring up the era of music, the era of hip hop, and everybody try to be different. Everybody try to be unique. Like they came up with this style, or you didn't come up with nothing. It was just your time to do it, and there was many others that helped influence. And that's the problem. The ego in on men. When I mean men, I'm men and women is astounding. The pride that oozes out of people. Like you came up with these ideas. Like these ideas is never thought of. Flight was not a new thing. Somebody tried it. You know, everything that we see is nothing new. Even the thought process of how to destroy the world. There ain't nothing new about this shit. You know, we didn't may not know any of the details. Now we see it. We see the details. We see the um the utter madness that's being done by these people. Oh, hold up. I just forgot about something. Is in his brother's post. The irony of it all. He is the hot subject. I'm talking about the gates of hell. SWR, the United States Water Reserve, will be one of the greatest wealth explosions of this century. Fresh water is the new oil. This is going parabolic. This is exactly what Bill Gates was talking about. And I'm going to stop it right there. You heard what he said. Wow, look at that. 144. You hear what I said? Water is a new oil. So when that woman put two to two together, that wasn't by accident. That's the Lord is power, man. Lord ain't no joke. So he had to be that tycoon. He had to be that guy. All right. He had to be him. Because now water is a new oil. And if you know about Rockefeller's history, you know that how he got the oil, how he cornered the market, destroyed competition, bought his own competition, became his own competition, you know, rechanging everything in the medical field. The whole term of quacks came from him. The educational system, because of him, um, the people that was doing herbs, he got rid of them. Everything that you see, the failure that is today was because of this one individual by the name of J.D. Rockefeller. And Bill Gates is doing the exact same thing. All right. He's reinforcing, he's buying farmlands, he's doing all that. So that woman was on point. That woman was on point. So the new currency, it will be water, fresh water. And there's going to be new currency because of the fact that these devils are planning to use the currencies. Blacker. They're planning to use water, not for personnel, for the goddamn data centers is feeding these idols and killing the people just for knowledge itself. So there's nothing new on this. This is this whole diabolical, even the New World Order, there's nothing new about that, right? How it's done, the way it's pushed, nothing new about that. It's in verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new, it have been already of old time, which was before us? There's no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Come after. So the Lord put a blockage on everyone, but the wicked is like they have a keen. They know what they're doing. They're not moving by accident. They're moving in the sense of getting it, getting these things done. Trump is Nero, and when Apostle Tar coined it many years ago, not everybody, top generals, top personnel on TV, every calling Trump Nero. It's the same spirits are doing the exact same thing. Isaiah 34 and 16, I'm sorry, 17. And he have cast the lot for them, and his hand have divided unto them by line. They shall possess it forever, from generation to generation shall they dwell therein. And it's speaking of the prophets. So the prophets always have the same lot. All right. Every man has his lot from the beginning of the earth, including the wicked. The wicked is going to always remain wicked. He cannot change. That's what when you read Ecclesiastes further down, it said that which is crooked cannot be made straight. So you can't negate the fact that these are the wicked. You can't negate the fact that everything that they're doing is utter wickedness. All right. We acknowledge it. We know that's their lot. That's their position that they must do. Why you think Cain and Abel story was replayed again when Jacob and Esau? The only difference is Esau didn't have the opportunity to kill his brother. All right, but it was the same thing. Why did the Lord have so much hatred towards Esau? Because that was that same spirit. So this is what they're doing. This is what they've been doing. They're following the protocol that they always been following. All right, that's why they're gonna pay a hefty price. Yeah, how about Shem Yahshua is gonna visit them as he visited his people? This is the same generation. Okay, this is the exact same generation. Ain't nothing changed under the sun. The language may be different, but the people with the same spirit comes back, expecting the same results, but it differs. All right, that's why they're gonna come down having great wrath because they know they have but a short time. I'm just gonna quote scriptures. You know, they know that they have but a short time. They know that everything they're doing, that they will leave it, you know, to their seeds. Well, actually, hold on. Psalms 49 and 11. It says their inward thoughts is their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling place to all generation. So to have that mindset that you have everything coming in its generation. That's why a prime example, a beautiful example, other than this clown, the Borgiers. The Borgiers was the head that pushed Caesar Borgia to be the modern day Christ, right? The Borgia family, which was coined the original crime family, they came back as what? The people that's on top, right? I believe it was Evelyn Rothschild's son. Looks exactly like Caesar Borgia. All right, the heads that family became the heads of all. So their houses, they swear that their house is going to continue forever. And this is why in Job, I'm just gonna well, let me get one of them. This is why it's so important. It says, Job 18, about 18. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew any among his people, nor any in his dwelling place. Because why the Lord's gonna cut off all male subjects. Because the men carry the gene. So they're gonna be finally get cut off. And then knowing that, when you read Luke, I'm just gonna quote that. When he's talking about the rich man, he cried unto Abraham by sending the prophets unto his fellow brethren. But here it is, it tells you that the Lord's gonna get rid of that stock. Period. I believe is it the precept to this is Isaiah 14 chapter. I'm not gonna get it. But it's basically said they should leave them root no branch, sons or nephews. So all males is gonna be cut off because that's what carries it. That a spirit can go into any person. So it's not gonna it don't necessarily have to jump from the high end of the head of the family. It could be anyone that's come from that lineage. So is the top elites back on earth that cause a lot of troubles that set the standard? Absolutely. But they shall be cut off. All right. They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before were affrighted. Surely such are the things. I'm sorry. Such are the dwellings of the wicked, and his place of the Most High, and knoweth not. Sorry, in him that knoweth not the Most High. So the fate of the ungodly will be no mercy. And they constantly show themselves being the unmerciful bastards that they are. The Lord's going to return that same thing. The Lord's going to return it unto them. And they're done. You know? So that being said, let's turn real quick to the spirit. Yes, reincarnation is in the scriptures. Yes, the same top elites were the same top elites that set things up. Oh, that's why, one more scripture. Revelations 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, talking about Yahushua, the great equalizer, the great destroyer. He's going to destroy this man from his power. All right? And every eye shall see him. So it's going to be broadcasted throughout the four corners of the earth, the returning of the Lord, the true disclosure day. And they also, which pierced him, who pierced him? The Roman soldiers. So that they lived over 2,000 years since they did that to the Lord? No, they came back. They're here today. All right? They're here today. This is on the and all the kindreds and of the earth shall well because of him, even so amen. So they're gonna be in great fear when the Lord makes his return. These are the same vile spirits, all right, that pissed the Lord off. That's why the Lord had no mercy on Esau. Can't help keep saying that. The Lord had no mercy on Esau because he created him to be a bastard. He created him to be a piece of shit. Since the beginning of time, that spirit that Cain had, it's right back to Esau. So in hindsight, Cain can be Esau. Right? Because he's that wicked vessel. So when the Lord returns, He's going to ensure that wicked vessel knows exactly who he is and what they've done unto him, and he's going to destroy them. So that being said, shalom to the elect of the nations. Shalom.